Why this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone? Why? Well, just because they can, and they continue with Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure. Hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. Thank you again for your assistance, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Commander, we've got an incoming distress signal. Patching through to you.
Mayday! 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 This is Lieutenant Marie Durand, 314th Infantry, Allaince 10th Frontier Division. The listening post has been overrun by unidentified hostile life forms. Request immediate extraction.
Hoffen is an unusually small hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and hydrocarbons in the atmosphere. The Allaince surveyor ship Ibn Battuta reported inconclusive evidence of hydrocarbon life in the deeper layers of the atmosphere over 1,000 kilometers below the cloud tops, where pressure compresses Hoffen's hydrogen into a liquid state. Proof of life in this environment would prove many long-standing theories. Unfortunately, only a probe with extremely expensive Mass Effect generators could survive the crushing pressure long enough to send back useful data, and the probe would be lost in the attempt. Simple expense makes the investigation doubtful. Vermani has only been visited by a single unmanned probe. It is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with large formations of water vapor clouds in the upper atmosphere. Scans of the planet turned up a few odd readings. Chief Engineer Adams fine-tuned the scans and discovered an automatic repair drone in orbit. Tali and Adams brought the drone on board to dismantle it and found a Prothean data disk in its core. Quaji is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. The surface is composed of silica with deposits of uranium and heavy metals. Clouds of small water ice crystals are common. Quaji's skies are full of fine silica dust. From the surface, the sky has a pronounced salmon hue. The cursory initial scans from the Allaince surveyor ship Ibn Battuta showed geometric patterns in the northwestern hemisphere desert, visible only in the ultraviolet band. Normally sensors see nothing of the kind. Scans have revealed several deposits of platinum. Nepmos is a resource-rich terrestrial world, somewhat larger than Earth, with a dense atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and argon. Nepmos' crust is very thin and unstable, no more than 8 kilometers deep in any location. Surface magma flows are hazard to ground travel, and earthquakes are frequent. While heavy metals and radioactives are plentiful, this geological instability has deterred investment by mining concerns. An additional complication is that the Styx cluster lies uncomfortably close to the 5 kiloparsec ring around the galactic core. The ring contains a great deal of molecular hydrogen, fueling the majority of the galaxy's star formation. The area is too dangerous to safely travel. It appears that these particle borers were shut down after breaking through into the tunnels just below the surface. The shacks and mining equipments are stenciled with the logo of the Tenkara Mining Consortium, but there is no trace of the mining crew. We've successfully surveyed a large deposit of uranium. One of the miners had a League of One medallion. It's possible he discovered it while they were digging, but there's no way to know for certain. Can I enter this? No, or at least not yet.
Redeploying.
Scans from the orbit detected a large deposit of titanium, which I'm pretty sure is a wrong description because I'm not sure how or even why would I be scanning anything from the orbit while being on the surface. The generator has been ripped apart by Rachni claws, leaving the defensive turrets inoperative. It would be possible to power the turrets off of the Mako's engine, but that would make it impossible to drive or fire the Mako's own weapons. To be honest, I think it's better if I just use it. And specifically if I position myself in between the Marines and Rachni. Okay, this is a bit embarrassing actually. Oh, the last wave was actually kind of intense.
Wake me up if I'm gonna get eaten. Wake me up if I'm gonna get eaten.
Join the Marines, see the galaxy. Hell.
Holy hell, sir. Talk about a near-run thing. You alright?
Never mind me. Are you alright?
Still on my feet. We've been fighting for almost 26 hours straight. None of us will be standing for long. There's one other thing I should mention. One of our other listening posts went offline 3 days ago. I don't know if it's coincidence, a pirate raid, or what. But if you want to check in on them...
We'll check on them. I don't know why there are Rachni loose out here, but I intend to find out.
Ma'am, we're getting a signal from one of the ground scan UAVs. A big hollow space about 500 meters under the surface.
Right. That must be it. That must be where they're coming from. My people aren't in any condition for a clearing operation, though.
Just point us in the right direction.
You don't have to do that, Commander. We've bled them. We can probably hold until a bigger ship arrives to get us off-world. If you want to take a throw at it, we'll give you the coordinates. But it's your call. You saved our asses, Commander. Thanks. You're a hell of a soldier. We're good, Commander. If you go after that hive, watch your back.
Rachni infested in mine. Yeah, so that's what I've seen before. I just couldn't get inside.
patched up.
Records of the Rachni War suggest brood warriors, the male-gendered Rachni, only fight when a hive is severely pressed. It's safe to say that you've eliminated the Rachni on Nepmos.
Need some help here.
Do I need to... Okay, I don't think I need to get back to the other soldiers, so I can just leave. Which is a good thing, because to be honest, I had enough of this planet and enough of the Rachni. They are pretty dangerous in confined spaces, especially because they bypass shields. Though exceptionally large for a terrestrial world, Imanea is composed of water ice and with a core of various carbonaceous compounds. It has a density only half that of Earth and an atmosphere of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. The surface is composed of surprisingly pure water ice with a high albedo. An enigmatic rock and ice planet, Grossgallen has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is composed of frozen water and chlorine. Scans from the planet have revealed large deposit of magnesium. A modest terrestrial planet, Fartor has a thin atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and chlorine. The crust is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of nickel. The terrain is extremely rough, a patchwork of craggy overlapping craters dating back to the formation of the solar system. Fartor is tidally locked to the star Acheron. The day side had never been fully mapped. Althae is an exceptional form of a planet called a Roche world. Put simply, it's one half of a pair of small and unusually dense terrestrial worlds, Althae and Althae, that orbit each other so closely they effectively share a single atmosphere. This does not mean that one could fly from one to another, but both have identical atmospheres, and dust from one can often be found on the other. Both worlds share an atmosphere of nitrogen and ethane. The surface is warm, mainly composed of silica dust and dark basaltic rocks, with excessive deposits of heavy metals and radioactives. Tidal effects from Althae create constant heavy winds. Can I scan the other planet? I don't think so. Turian insignia recovered. You discovered signs of battle while scanning an asteroid field in the system. A small recon and recovery team, led by Navigator Presley, were able to determine that many of the ships were marked with the Epirus colony insignia. I don't think I can scan the other planet. So let's just land on this. You have successfully surveyed a deposit of samarium. The downed satellite had one of Matriarch Delinga's writings stored in the payload. Whether it was placed there before or after it was crashed is uncertain.
Commander, you see this? They just received a supply run 2 days ago. The Rachni worked fast.
Tell me about that supply ship. This planet is supposed to be uninhabited. The Rachni didn't come from nowhere.
Hang on. Seems these things are drones, dispatched at irregular intervals from different depots to reduce the likelihood of tracking. Got it. It came from Argos Row.
Wherever it is, there's probably more Rachni there. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Very well, Shepard.
The Rachni infestation seems to be the result of a supply drop from Argus Row. The logs downloaded from the freighter should allow you to backtrack the ship's course to its origin. Okay, let's get here.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
What kind of proof do you have that the Major is dangerous?
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed him.
I might be able to end this without violence.
That may not be possible, Commander. We don't want a bloodbath, but Kyle is dangerous. I'll trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
Okay, I'll explore this space next time, because I just wanted to because I'm going to appear, yeah, in the same place. I just wanted to travel here so that next time that I play, I will be in the correct place and won't have to remember which systems I previously visited and which systems I didn't. So I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.